Hi everyone, it's Jean. I'm just here doing a little bit of slow stitching today. I saw something that was really beautiful that another artist had made, and I couldn't remember her name, but she used things like twigs and leaves and other things in her art. So this is just it's a piece of this fabric. This fabric is almost like muslin, except for it has, here you can see it better, a little print on it, which doesn't bother me. I think it's very pretty. So I used it as the backing, and then I'm pretty sure I have shown you my toile before, and it's a really pretty green, and I love that. And then this bottom part here is just part of some lace that was on something else. The same with these two pieces. They were just laces that were on something else. And the reason I added this one is because I thought it went with the coffee staining. So this got some coffee on it, and I just used it here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going through and adding a little bit more leaves and a little bit more design to the twig. And what I'm going to do then, if you can see, I've just secured it with different embroidery colors here. And it has paper underneath, so it's the base piece, the toile, the book page, another piece of lace, and of course the edgings then. So I want this to be a cover for a journal. So I'm going to fold it in half. It may not be exactly in half, and that's okay. I just want it to be a way that I can use it then to put papers and things on the inside, and then I will do like a pamphlet stitch. But I'm not really a professional at embroidery or doing things maybe the same way you would do them, because you know embroidery stitches. I just kind of do what I know, and that works fine for me. So I think the idea of the slow stitching is really just to kind of make something that you, or attach things and make designs with your thread that you like. So that's why, oops, it came back out. I didn't realize it was that close. So that's what I've been doing today. Just a little slow stitching. I need that kind of therapy sometimes. Maybe you guys do too, where simple things may be the best thing to do at the moment, just to get your creative juices going or fulfill a certain need. Sometimes we want the calmness that the slow stitching gives us. But when I slow stitch something, I try to make that piece be functional. So, for example, this piece, if I were to, let's say, for example, cut it in half, I could use both sides as a tag, but I think it'll look better with, as a cover for a little journal. So I had been fussing to my husband about getting me some bark with lichen on it, and he hasn't been able to find me some. It may be too dry for it right now, but I love the idea of putting little pieces of things in my art. And another thing I like to use that I haven't used on this one yet are seashells. So if you get any seashells that are, even have like holes in them, let me see if I can find my box of seashells. If they're not close, I won't be able to add them right now. Okay, they're at the bottom of my boxes of beads. I have a whole bunch of those divider boxes with so many beads. My husband was talking about putting them up in the shelf, and I told him, if you do, I won't be able to get them, and I may need them. You never know when you may need them. So another thing that I did is I ordered from Temu a bunch of pretty sequins, and I'll show you. I put them in this box. Now, this box I also got from Temu, but the thing about these boxes, I burnt myself this morning, sorry. The thing about these boxes is that this center section is removable. So when you put something in them that's light like this, you're going to have, it's going to slip under there and go into the other other side, your other sequins, which is okay. That's not a big deal. But I got all different sizes, as you can see, and different colors. These are more like the standard sequins that I remember. And here are some leaves. I got leaves. I think I have leaves in other colors too. But it was just fun to get all these sequins, and I'm going to use them on a project, and of course I will take you along. They weren't very expensive at all, and you get a huge amount. As you can see, never be able to use all of those sequins unless you were doing a project every day. So those are my sequins. And I was thinking about maybe putting them on this, but I haven't decided because this is kind of a vintage look. And if I put those bright sequins on there, it's just gonna look funny, I think. So, I didn't finish this flower down here. This is an older needle. I think it has like a weird spot in it because it grabs. Might be rusted. But I only had a couple that I could find that actually had a big enough eye. So there is my tree. I don't know if I'm going to put anything on these. I haven't decided. But I do have a couple buttons that I want to put on. And these buttons are mother of pearl or bone or abalone, usually. But this one, I think, is mother of pearl. I'm pretty sure these all are. And they are a little pearly when you look at them. They are a little bit pearly. So I'm going to put this one on the side, if I can get my needle to go through. What's the problem here? And one thing that happens sometimes with the mother of pearl and the abalone and the bone buttons is the little piece that, these are of course the vintage ones, the little piece that's between the two eyes will sometimes break off or wear off, and then you have to use glue or something to adhere them because that middle section is gone. Okay, so there is button number 1. And then I'm going to put this little one right here in the middle. Let me see. I'm going to go up through the thread first. And then go through the button. Make sure I have the right side. Yes. Okay. So that works a little bit better to get it in there for the first time. And yes, I need to find a better needle. My mom has thousands of needles. I just have, and I used to have a bunch too, but I guess they're still in storage. My husband went to help my daughter check her storage, or check the storage, because we have, so she had some things she wanted to get out for a yard sale, and I thought maybe he would bring me some stuff home from my old stash, and he didn't. He said mainly they just worked on her side, so we share the storage unit, but she's got the majority of things in there, I think. Okay, so there are my 3 buttons. I like how they look. I'm going to go through this one more time. And they look good right there. I really like that. So, as you can see, I'm hiding the back because the back is ugly. That's one thing that happens when you're not a good embroiderer. You end up with ugly backs on things. So pardon me, I'm sorry, I yawned. So what I need to do then is I need to, after I bend this, I need to once I'm done all the embroidery and all the slow stitching, what I need to do then is I need to put something on the back so you can't see all of the string and the mess of, doing your embroidery. So I will do that. I am not sure exactly how I'm going to do it, whether I'm going to do it as a blanket stitch or just sew it on. We'll see. But I was trying to stay away from the sewing machine because I don't want it to have any regular sewing on it. So there's my little slow stitch project, and it's going to make a really cool journal cover. And I actually have, where did I put that little thing? I actually have a whole bunch of papers right here that I think may go in this, that are already sorted. So I may just go ahead and put them in after I cover the backing, and then go from there, because there's a lot of cool papers in here that would make a really nice journal. So these may be going, let me see if I can get that out. These may be going right in there. That was just a piece of, so that could fit right in there. And even though it's a little bit over, I don't mind that. And we would go from there. So let me cut this off. So I'll move it down a little bit. But there, oops. I think we'll be able to fit some interesting papers in there anyway. And like I said, it's okay if it comes out. I just want it to have something in it. And this thickness seems to be about right, so that we can, you know, here's the middle, add some things in there then. So I will come back and show you how I finished my little slow stitching journal, and I will see you then. Bye for now.